So you're trying to buy a house, or maybe you're trying to buy an additional investment property, and in your mind you think this is affordable for you because you've done the maths and you know what the repayments are going to be, and you can't quite understand why the bank is saying no. So at the moment it's probably test interest rates, and in this video I'm going to talk about test interest rates and how they affect you and your ability to borrow for either, it could be your first house or it could be a successive house. My name's Jeff Elias, I'm the founder of FutureBound, and in this little video I'm hoping will open your eyes and help you to understand the way that banks think, and as a result you'll understand what you need to do to get yourself in a better position to be able to borrow to buy either your first house, or it could be an additional house or an investment property. Okay, so what are test interest rates? Test interest rates are what banks use to calculate the affordability of your loan when they do their calculation to see if they're going to approve you the finance or not. So when you're doing those calculations at home, and I had this just yesterday when someone's done their calculations at home and they've given me a spreadsheet and said, look, this is affordable for me, but they're using real interest rates, like today's current interest rates, to do their calculations. Now, the person that I was talking to yesterday was also buying an investment property, and so that client was looking to do 5 years of interest only. So they're working out their calculations based on interest only and on today's interest rates. That's not what banks look at when they do a mortgage calculation to see if it's affordable for you. So they will use something called a test interest rate, and they will apply that to your mortgage calculation. Okay, and so at the moment, at the time of recording this, end of October 2022, the standard interest rates are about 4.95% for a 1 year fix, and about 5.4% for a 2 year fix, and about 5.6% for a 3 year fix. So those are the rates that that are the actual rates. But the banks are using, at the moment, up to 7.85% as the interest rate to test to see whether this is an affordable purchase for you. Now, do test interest rates are they always as high? No, they're just that high at the moment. So as real interest rates go up, the test interest rates go up, and when real interest rates go down, the test interest rates go down. But there's usually a good 2% difference between the real interest rates and the test interest rate. And so this is what the bank will use when they're trying to work out whether you can afford to purchase or not. So in this example here, I'm just going to talk first about an investor. And at the moment, it's actually really, really hard for investors to purchase, and it's because of what I'm about to explain right now. So they might own a first house and they've got a $300,000 mortgage on it, and they might have that locked in at 3%, and it might be on interest only. And they've got another house, they've got a $400,000 mortgage on it, that might also be locked in at, say, 3.5%, and it also might be on interest only. And then now they want to borrow another $500 to buy an additional property, and this is the new lending that they're actually after. So when the bank looks at this situation, they don't care that this is locked in at 3%. They're going to and on interest only. So they're going to change that to principal and interest, and they're going to put it at 7.85%. Okay, and they're going to do for the same for this one. They don't care that it's currently at 3.5%. They're going to change that to 7.85% and put it to principal and interest. Okay, and then they'll do the same for this one here. So if all these loans go from interest only to principal and interest, that alone makes a huge impact. But if they go from 3% or 3.5% up to 7.85%, that additionally makes another big impact. And so you can see that in that scenario, it's quite hard for this person to go from 2 properties to 3 properties. The only way that they can really do this is by having really, really good income. Okay, so really, really good income will solve that problem, or otherwise I've just got to focus on paying down debt more, or they've got to focus on waiting for the test interest rates to just come down, which they naturally will in the future, but at the moment they're probably with us for like at this sort of level, probably for maybe another year or so, who knows. Okay, now that's why if you're a first home buyer watching this, you should get excited. This is actually one of the only times when first home buyers have actually got the strongest place in the market. They're actually in the driver's seat right now, and unfortunately most of them don't realize this. And so if you are a first home buyer, you're not having to worry about the loan for that property and the loan for that property and you know all these other loans. You're only having to worry about one loan. So the test interest rate being applied to your one loan is not so bad compared to if it's being applied to multiple loans. So right now is actually a fantastic time for first home buyers to get excited, because the test interest rates aren't going to hurt them as much. The people that it hurts more are the people that have got multiple properties already and they're trying to buy another property. It's going to hurt them more because the test interest rate gets applied to all their existing lending. Right, so first home buyers, if you're out there, get into it. This is the time for you guys to actually make your mark, and we've had a lot of successful first home buyers in the last couple of months because they have got the run of the market and they don't have a house to sell, so it makes it really quite easy for them to secure property at the moment. So I hope that you found this content interesting. Please feel free to book a 15-minute chat if you would like to go over your situation and look at your affordability, and we can apply this scenario here that we've just talked about to your situation to see if you've still got the capability of buying. And for a lot of people, they still do. And so we've got a lot of people still purchasing, and so don't think that high test interest rates mean that you can't purchase. It's just a matter of checking. So book a 15-minute chat, and look forward to seeing you during that time.
For more financial tips, advice, and education, subscribe to us on YouTube, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.